my name is Rita Alfaro. I'm the music librarian for Fort Worth Public Library, and you're tuning in to Off the Record, our Q&A series where we talk to our Amplify 817 artists. And today we have Grant. Hi, Grant.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
So would you like to introduce yourself to our audience, let them know who you are, what you're doing, kind of all that stuff?
Yeah, so like you said, my name's Grant. My artist name has changed a couple times, but now it's just Grant, but instead of an A, it's a number 4 in the middle, nice and simple. So yeah, I've been singing, making music, playing guitar, piano for my whole life pretty much. Let's see, I used to work at a studio, so when I was in college, I was like, I don't know what I want to do, I don't know what I want to major in, all that kind of thing. So I got a job at a recording studio, and I was working with like teenagers and different people for talent shows. And basically, my main reason why I wanted to work there was so I could learn how to record myself and just make my own music. Once I started getting into that, learned all the equipment and stuff, just started putting out my own music just for fun, and I kind of was halfway in for a long time. And after I went and did the corporate thing after I graduated from college, I realized, you know, I don't care what other people think. If they think I'm weird for making music and all, just any type of like, you know, nervousness or anything, I just kind of got rid of that and started really putting my music out and promoting about 3 years ago or so. Mm-hmm.
So who are some of the art, because you're from Fort Worth, correct?
Correct, yep.
So yeah, so you're totally 817.
Oh, yeah.
Who are some of the local artists that you've collaborated with, or producers?
Let's see. I'd say my main one is my good buddy Russell. He goes by Sprouts. He's an awesome producer. He's been in several bands. They were signed for a while back in the Warped Tour days, and now he's a full-time producer and recording engineer. I kind of started working back once I moved back here after college and started working with him and all of his productions and everything. He has an ear for all the artists he works with, and through him I got connected with Ashes. A lot of people know Ashes from Fort Worth, and Tony Love and a couple of these other guys at the Rail Club and over there on Altamere. I think it's Altamere. So through them started kind of collaborating and played several shows there. Pre-COVID, obviously, but yeah, Russell is kind of a what do you call it, a hub for a lot of hip hop and soul and just different, that side of music here in Fort Worth. And since there's not a huge hip hop scene here, there's not a huge like R&B scene. Mm-hmm. So it's been kind of cool to get tapped in with them and have some opportunities to play shows and stuff that I wouldn't have had without them. So yeah, shout out to Russell and Ashes and the boys.
Yeah, definitely. And do you feel like the scene has grown a bit, at least in Fort Worth? I think a lot of people, you know, we were talking with some of the other artists, and a lot of people have talked about, you know, there wasn't something, a lot of people just kind of assume like Cowtown, Cowboys, country music, but I think there's a lot of really great underground scenes here that are definitely coming up.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I think like the last 10 years, just with, I guess, with West 7th coming up, you know, like when I left for college, West 7th was not a place to go. I was going down there and playing or going to shows and stuff, and my dad's like, are you buying drugs, or what are you doing down in West 7th? I'm like, no, you know, this is the happening place. So we've seen different venues pop up there, and with Magnolia and now Tulips Fort Worth near Southside. That place is awesome. Definitely going to play there. So I've seen kind of basically when I was in high school, there wasn't a lot of people I knew from Fort Worth that were making music, and there wasn't really a hub for us to all meet up or perform, do different things like that. So I think now is a perfect opportunity for us because, yeah, like you said, we're known for country or Billy Bob's or honky tonk, whatever. So it's kind of cool to see, similar to what's happening in Nashville. Nashville's got a really cool hip hop and R&B scene going on, but it's not known for that. So there's an opportunity for underground artists, opportunity for smaller acts to go and play cool shows and go and play openers and different stuff like that. And now we got Dickey's Arena, which is awesome. So I'm excited about that. Maybe playing there one day.
Yeah, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and that's something we're trying to do with Amplify 817 is kind of promote a lot of the local artists that we have here that might not be so known or a little bit more underground, and definitely show the variety of genres that we have. How do you feel about being an Amplify 817 artist? Do you feel like it's been good for you?
I feel like
and
it's
good
awesome.
For the
Yeah,
other ones?
I was so stoked when you guys. I guess I can't remember the chain of events, but I went to the event at Billy Bob's March 3rd. I think that was like the last thing I did before lockdown, so I'm glad I went and met. I met the guy from the tourism board. I'm forgetting his name. Tom. Yeah, I met Tom, and I think maybe that's how I submitted to you for the Amplify 817 for the album that we put out. So yeah, I was so honored. I was like, man, this is great. I didn't know. It's one of those things, and any underground artist or just starting out artists will understand, like, you know, you feel like you send out 10,000 requests or just trying to get people to listen and just be able to do stuff without having, you know, huge numbers behind you yet. Sometimes it's difficult, you know, it's for every 999 no's, you get the one yes, or whatever it may be. So no, I was really excited, and it's been awesome so far. It's been great working with you guys.
Yeah, and we love having you on the platform. You're one of our top streams,
Oh,
I believe,
really?
from the year. Yes. So
Awesome.
I know. I don't know if you knew that, but yes,
No.
one of our top streams.
That's cool. I'd like to see the numbers behind that.
I can send you those later. Yeah, but I know that you made sort of a special compilation collection for us. I didn't know if you wanted to talk a little bit about that, some of your inspirations behind those songs.
So the title of the compilation or the album is called Croquet Day Remastered, which everyone's like, what the heck does that mean? It's really strange. But so I used to go, that was my artist name. When I was producing in college and stuff, I didn't have my name out there. It was kind of that evolution I was talking about, where at first it's like a little bit embarrassing. It's like, oh my gosh, what does that kid think he's doing, making music? Or just that type of, like, it's that self-doubt, which I would encourage everyone, like,
Imposter syndrome.
right. It's like no one's gonna, if people are gonna hate on you, you know, it doesn't matter. But I mean, more people than not are, you know, gonna be encouraging. And so Croquet Day was my name back in the day, and I had all these different songs and productions I had made that were never released yet. So I was working with Russell, working in the studio, and started kind of revamping those, making new lyrics and stuff, or new vocal recordings, just make higher quality. And a lot of those I didn't really have a place for them, and so some of the new songs I've made this year, like Houston that we just performed, and Riding Around with My Baby, that's actually an older one, but I thought it was perfect because it's kind of harkens back to my old days for people that know about it and stuff like that, and then had a place to put the new songs too. So yeah, it's a great project. I don't know, it goes from hip hop to pop to R&B to kind of my own blend of stuff. So I'm really proud of it, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, we really love it here.
Thank you.
And so you just mentioned that you had kind of a blend of genres.
Sure.
Who are some of your inspirations, whether they're local or some of the big names that have kind of inspired you or your sound?
Oh man, there's a lot, but when I was a little bitty kid, like, I don't know, I was always listening to everything with my dad. My dad's a big music buff. My mom is too, but she's more like, you know, Fleetwood Mac and Michael Jackson and stuff, which I love them too. But my dad's real into, you know, all the classic hard rock and, you know, Led Zeppelin, but then also a lot of blues music, a lot of Stevie Ray, a lot of B.B. King, stuff like that. So grew up listening to that, but then also, like, I loved Brooks and Dunn, and so, you know, all the classic, like, 90s country that everyone around here knows at least. But yeah, and then as I started getting older, Outkast, Nelly, all those more melodic hip hop that started kind of popping out. At least maybe I was too young, but popping out for me like in 2000, around that age, or around that time frame. But yeah, man, there's so many, and nowadays there's so many good singers and people who are multi-talented. Ty Dolla $ign is a current one he's awesome. I love watching him. He plays every instrument in the studio. It's kind of an inspiration for me. I've been trying to learn some bass guitar and stuff like that, trying to up my repertoire. But yeah, I mean, there's so many. And then locally, oh my gosh, guy named Pat Ron from Dallas. I don't know if anybody knows him. Shout out Rap God Pat Ron. He's great if you haven't listened to him. Nino Supremi. I don't know if you guys know Nino, kid from Fort Worth. I think I don't want to jinx my own self, but I think he may blow up before anybody else. He's awesome. He's got a crazy style, crazy flow. So shout out to Nino. Definitely look him up. definitely stream his latest stuff. Roddy Flacco is a guy I've played some shows with. Actually, the Spotify like Wrapped thing just came out this week. He was like my second or third song, and he was so stoked on that. He's like, man, I didn't know you liked that song so much. I was like, heck yeah, man, let's do a remix to it. But no, there's a lot of people. And like I said before, Russell Sprouts is his producer name. He's done so many awesome songs for us, and just like, I don't know, he kind of hooked a lot of us up. Me, Ashes, Tony Love's another one, and Roddy and those guys basically gave us free studio time, let us, you know, he'd have us in there for 3 hours and be like, oh, just give me $20 or whatever. Like, so back in the, you know, several years ago, he would kind of was paying it forward, and now we're able to, I got a couple sync placements with Golden Buddha, that record that's on the compilation. So been able to, you know, give back to him and hand him some checks and stuff. So definitely check him out, especially artists if you're looking for production of all types of genres. Like I said, he started out in rock bands and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of talent here.
And kind of stepping back a little bit, because you said that you do a lot of stuff in the studio, you've done producing, recording. How did you sort of get into that? Like how young were you when you kind of...
I guess when I first started, well, this is funny. So I think when I was like 15, maybe 14 or 15, my buddy had the MacBook, the plastic MacBook, and it was like the first Mac I've ever seen. And we were trying to figure out how to work GarageBand and how to figure it out. And what we would do is we had a flip phone. So I guess it was like 2006 or something. And had a flip phone, recording vocals in a flip phone, and then taking the memory card out, sticking it in the MacBook, and putting it into GarageBand. It sounded terrible, obviously, but that's kind of when I got the bug for recording myself and all that kind of thing. And I pretty much never stopped from then until now. So, you know, 14 years. But yeah, once I hit college, you know, had a little more free time, or just, you know, more whatever, free range to go do what you want to do once you hit college. And I got an awesome opportunity from a studio down there just to work and learn how to run the equipment and stuff. And then I was completely hooked, and I would supposed to be studying all night. I'd try to pull an all-nighter, and I'd end up making music for like, you know, 9 of the 12 hours or whatever, and then be like, oh my gosh, I got to study. But yeah, I've been doing it for a long time, and anybody that knows me knows once I'm in the zone on a song, or I hear a certain, you know, certain element or something I want to use, once I'm making the song, it's like an 8-hour marathon until I'm done. And sometimes, you know, that's too much and tire myself out, but it's just one of those things where once you're in the zone, it's like you just got to keep going with it. So yeah, I love it.
So do you have any advice for anybody who's watching who's definitely trying to get into the music business, or trying to kind of start their own thing? Yeah,
definitely. Kind of relating back to the earlier questions about my name change and stuff, I would say don't hide behind like profile pictures that's not you. Just really focus on marketing and learning how to market yourself properly and network with people here in Fort Worth, obviously, and Amplify 817 is awesome networking just in general. But before that, like, I wouldn't like promote myself as much as you need to if you want anybody to know what the heck you're doing. You know what I mean? So I would definitely say marketing, networking, learn that stuff as much as you learn music stuff. But also when you go to that side of, I see a lot of people, and I was guilty of it too for sure when I first started, of quality over quantity. It's definitely focus on quality. Don't just put out stuff for no reason. You know what I mean? So yeah, keep your quality top notch. Focus on releasing and marketing maybe one single at a time, stuff like that. I think that goes a long way, having a unified look, unified brand, and knowing where you're going with it.
Awesome. Well, as we wrap this up, I just want to say thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you want to tell everybody where they can find, I guess, your information, your music, all that, aside from Amplify?
Sure. Yeah, all my socials, like I said, it's GR4NT official. So Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. And yeah, definitely stay in touch on those platforms. I signed with a label out of Cabo San Lucas, Hurricane Music Group, about a year and a half ago or so. So we're working, we've got some big things coming with some people out in LA and have the whole release strategy and all that stuff. Obviously with COVID, it kind of pushed us back a little bit, and we didn't want to have a dud of a launch in a tough year. So 2021, definitely be on the lookout for the first real label album and all that kind of thing. So it's going to be exciting.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing it, and thank you all for watching Off the Record.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Feel myself falling. There's a reason why we are who we are. I come through Texas swinging. You know the way I'm banging. I found your girlfriend at the club and she likes that I'm singing. Whole city rock with me, one zip for 150. Got a plan, no sledge, and I'm with switching my flow. Intent up to get it. I don't know why I call you. I know it's gonna fall through. Sometimes I wish you knew the hell that you caused. I don't know why I'm calling when I feel myself falling. There's a reason why we are who we are. I come through Texas swinging. You know the way I'm banging. I found your girlfriend at the club and she likes that I'm singing. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I just feel like I don't know what to do. But if I knew what I did before I saw it all through, then I would know 2020. But looking back's nothing new. From this point of view, it's blatantly true. Now that the smoke's cleared, I don't know what to say. We've been burning so slowly, let's put the ash in the tray. Yeah, I know, and it's not going my way. One thing will make it okay, one thing will take it away. If I'm pissed off, I'm stressed out, think I'm about to go crazy. There's one thing that helps me to realize, gon' make it. I pull up and you hop in and my mood does 180. I ain't worried about nothing now, cause I'm round around my baby. Round around my baby, yeah, I'm round around my baby. I ain't worried about nothing now, I'm just round around my baby. Round around my baby, yeah, I'm round around my baby. I ain't worried about nothing now, I'm just round around my baby, yeah. That without your help, I'd be completely fine and not beside myself. I'm reminded every time that I try myself that you're the only one I got beside myself. Through the coldest nights and scorching heat, and you kept me on 2 feet. Baby, I want you to know that I appreciate you and what you do for me. When I'm pissed off, when I'm stressed out, and I think I'm about to go crazy, there's one thing that helps me to realize, gon' make it. I pull up and you hop in and my mood does 180. I ain't worried about nothing now, I'm round around my baby. Round around my baby, yeah, I'm round around my baby. I ain't worried about nothing now, I'm just round around my baby. Round around my baby, yeah, I'm round around my baby. I ain't worried about nothing now, I'm just round around my baby, yeah. I feel so good. with you. You were my mind, and I was blue. It's amazing what you do for me, girl. And I just want you to know you're on top of my world. Cause I'm pissed off, I'm stressed out, I think I'm about to go crazy. There's one thing that helps me to realize gon' make it. I pull up and you hop in and my mood does 180. I ain't worried about nothing else, I'm riding around my baby. Riding around my baby, yeah, I'm riding around my baby. I ain't worried about nothing now, I'm just riding around my baby. Riding around my baby, yeah, I'm riding around my baby. And I ain't worried about nothing now, I'm just riding around my baby, yeah. Hey. Thank you.